The sun was already up when the black SUV rolled into Rumours, a quiet town in Anambra State. The car was as shiny as a mirror, its tires crushing the red laterite road beneath it. Women carrying basins of vegetables balanced on their heads paused to stare. Children, barefooted and full of curiosity, ran after the vehicle, shouting, "Big car don't come. Big car don't come." Inside the car sat Madam Nana Okoro, a woman whose beauty had not been touched by the hardship of ordinary people. She wore a gold lace blouse that shimmered like the morning sun and large round earrings that swung with every turn of her head. She was going to the village to pick a housemaid, a tradition many wealthy families in Lagos embraced. Madam Nana's mansion in Lekki was the talk of the neighborhood. Her husband, Chief Okoro, was a respected businessman who had made it through trading and property investments. Together, they had 3 children, Chidera, Nonso, and the youngest, Edis. But despite their wealth, there was something missing in the house: peace. Their last housemaid had left without warning, and before her, 2 others had fled. Rumors whispered that the house was cursed, but Madam Nana waved such talk away. "Nonsense. Envy go kill some people," she often said. She stepped out of the SUV when they reached the compound of Mama Egbesai, a well-known woman who trained housemaids for rich families. Her compound was busy. Girls between 12 and 17 were lined up in the shade, some holding plastic bags with their clothes inside. Some wore village wrappers, others threadbare dresses. Fear and hope lived together in their eyes. Madam Nana's gaze scanned the line like a hawk selecting its prey. Then she saw her. A tall, slender girl with dark, flawless skin and bright, curious eyes. She stood apart from the others, quiet but alert. Her name was Nkem for short. She was 16, from a neighboring village, and unlike the other girls, she wasn't trembling. Something about her composure intrigued Madam Nana. "Who be that one?" she asked Mama Egbesai, pointing. "Oh. That one," Mama Egbesai said with a smile that revealed a missing tooth. "No quiet girl. She sabi work well. Her papa don't die, now only her mama and younger ones stay. She gets sense past her age." Madam Nana hummed. "Bring her come." When Nkem was brought forward, she greeted respectfully and knelt slightly in the Igbo way. Madam Nana nodded approvingly. "You go follow me go Lagos." Nkem's eyes widened a little. Lagos, the city of lights and stories. She'd heard tales of its big houses, cars that sparkled at night, and people who lived as if money grew on trees. She'd also heard dark tales too, of housemaids who disappeared, of wicked madams who beat girls until their bones shook. But she had no choice. Her mother had borrowed money to survive. Her little brothers barely had shoes. This was her way out. When they arrived at the Okoro mansion in Lekki, Nkem thought she had entered another world. The gate alone was taller than the tallest palm tree in her village. The house had white walls, glass windows that gleamed like crystals, and a fountain that sprayed water as if greeting the sky. "This go be your new home," Madam Nana said with pride, stepping out of the car. Inside, Nkem's eyes danced around. Chandeliers hung from the ceiling, marble floors shone like mirrors, and the air smelled of lemon polish. But beneath all that beauty was a stillness, the kind that made the back of her neck prickle. She was given a small room near the back of the house, close to the kitchen. Her duties were explained quickly: cook, clean, do laundry, assist with the children, and never enter Madam's private sitting room without permission. And above all, she was told, no enter Chief's study. That place no be for children or housemaid. She nodded obediently. At first, the days passed smoothly. Nkem was diligent. She woke up at 4:30 a.m. to fetch water, sweep the compound, and cook breakfast. She ironed uniforms, polished shoes, and kept the house sparkling. The children grew fond of her, especially Adis, who followed her everywhere like a shadow. Even Madame Nana, a woman known for her sharp tongue, praised Nkem. That girl get hand, she would tell her friends. She day work like machine. But the chief, he barely spoke to her. He was a tall man with a voice like thunder. When he walked into a room, the air grew heavy. Nkem noticed he was often locked up in his study for hours, especially at night. Sometimes, she would pass by the door and hear whispers, not from a person, but something that didn't sound human. It began on a rainy Thursday. The night was thick with thunderclouds. Everyone had gone to bed except Nkem, who stayed behind to wash plates. She was about to rinse the last one when she heard it, a low, humming sound. It came from the direction of Chief's study. Her heart skipped. The door was supposed to be locked, but she could see light under it. She tiptoed closer, curiosity tugging at her like a rope. Then she heard the whisper. "No oni, OBMDGINAKA, we are waiting, we are waiting." It was neither fully English nor Igbo. It sounded like a chant from another realm. Nkem froze. She wanted to run, but something else happened. The door creaked open by itself. Just a little. Inside, she saw a dim red glow. A shadow moved across the room like smoke. And in the center of the study, Chief knelt in front of a carved wooden mask. The mask looked ancient, with cowries for eyes and strange symbols carved into its cheeks. Chief was chanting. Nkem gasped softly and stepped back, but the old floor betrayed her with a creak. Chief's head snapped toward the door. "Nkem," he barked. She ran. She didn't stop until she reached her small room. She pressed her hands against her chest, her heart beating like a drum. What was that? Who was he talking to? She wanted to tell someone, but who would believe her? In this house, words could turn against you. That night, she didn't sleep. The next morning, everything seemed normal again. Chief left early for work, Madame Nana went to the salon, and the children went to school. Nkem went about her chores, but she couldn't shake the image of that red glow and the mask. Later that day, Mama Esther, the old cook who had been in the house for over 10 years, pulled her aside. "I see say your face don't change," Mama Esther said in pidgin. "Wetin dey happen?" Nkem hesitated. Mama Esther lowered her voice. "You don't near that study." Nkem's eyes widened. How did she know? Mama Esther sighed. "Make I warn you. No let your leg enter that place again. This house get secret way no be everybody fit carry. If you wise, you go mind your business." "But," Nkem started. "No but," Mama Esther interrupted sharply. "Many girls don't walk out from this house because of wetin their eye don't see. No be everything your eye suppose see." The way the old woman's voice shook made Nkem's skin crawl. Something was wrong in this house. 2 weeks later, Madame Nana and Chief traveled to Abuja for a business meeting. The house was unusually quiet. Only Nkem, Mama Esther, the children, and the gate man remained. That night, rain began to fall again, the kind that came with howling winds. The children were asleep. Mama Esther retired to her room. But Nkem's mind wouldn't rest. The forbidden study called to her like a whisper in her ear. She tiptoed down the hallway. The study door was unlocked. Inside, the room smelled of burning herbs. A large ancestral mask hung on the wall. Beneath it stood a wooden shrine with black candles. And on the floor, chalk symbols curved in spirals like a snake coiling to strike. But it was the object on the table that froze her blood. A small, old photo album. Nkem opened it slowly. Inside were pictures of girls, housemaids. She recognized one, Ngozi, the maid who had worked before her. Her picture was marked with red ink. On the next page was another girl, also marked. And on the last page was a blank frame with her name written beneath. Nkemdelim Okake, 16. A chill ran through her body. She shut the album quickly, but a cold breeze swept through the room. The candles flickered violently. The mask seemed to watch her. Then she heard it again, that whisper. We are waiting. She turned to run but slammed into something, or someone. A hand gripped her wrist tightly. It was Chief. Chief's face was expressionless. The only thing alive in it were his eyes, dark and burning. What are you doing here? He asked softly, too softly. Nkem stammered. I was just. Didn't they tell you not to come here? Tears welled in her eyes. I saw my name. He sighed deeply, then released her. You are too curious. But maybe that's why the ancestors chose you. Ancestors? She whispered. He walked closer to the shrine and lit another candle. His voice dropped into a chant. The mask's eyes seemed to glow. You see, my child, Chief said, our wealth did not come from mere business. It came from sacrifice. Every 5 years, a pure soul must be given to the river god of Obumeiri. In return, the family's riches and power grow. Nkem stepped back, trembling. You mean? Yes, he said calmly. The housemates are chosen. No one looks for them. No one asks questions. Her blood ran cold. You will be the next. That night, Nkem did not sleep. She packed her little bag quietly. But the gate was locked. The guard had strict orders never to open it without permission. Running was not going to be easy. She waited until the house was silent. Then she climbed through the kitchen window into the backyard. But as she moved toward the fence, a sound behind her made her freeze. It was Mama Esther. Her face was pale, her eyes wet. You see Abi? Nkem nodded, shaking. I try warn you, Mama Esther whispered. But listen well, get that gateway damn no day use. If you pass there, you fit escape. But no look back. No matter what you hear, no look back. Why? Nkem asked. Mama Esther's voice trembled. Because the river spirit they call. If you look back, ego claim you. She handed Nkem a small charm made of red cloth. Tie M for your waist. Ego confused them small. Nkem crept through the garden toward the hidden gate. Rain poured, thunder rolled, and the wind screamed through the trees. She heard drums, not real drums, but distant, ghostly beats. Then came the voice. Nkem, come back. It wasn't Chief's voice. It was something deeper, older. She ran. The gate loomed ahead. Just as she touched it, the ground behind her shook. A figure emerged from the darkness, Chief, barefoot and holding a calabash filled with blood. You can't run, he bellowed. She pushed the gate open and sprinted into the street. But behind her, shadows lengthened, twisting like snakes. The wind carried whispers. Don't look back. She kept running. Nkem ran until her lungs burned. She reached a bus stop and boarded the first bus to Ojulegba. She had nowhere to go, but she remembered the stories her grandmother told her about a priestess in a small shrine at the edge of town, a woman who could fight evil spirits. By dawn, she arrived at the shrine. The priestess, Mama Abel, was a small, wrinkled woman with piercing eyes. She listened quietly as Nkem poured out everything. Mama Abel said finally. The spirit of Obumeiri is old. Very old. Your master's family has fed it for decades. But it seems this time, the gods chose someone who will not be silent. Nkem trembled. Can it be stopped? Mama Abel's eyes flashed. Everything can be stopped, with sacrifice. For 3 days, Nkem stayed at the shrine, protected by charms. But the Okoro family's power was not ordinary. News began to spread that she was missing. Posters appeared. But at night, Mama Abel warned her, their spirit came searching. On the third night, the priestess drew chalk marks on the ground and placed a pot of white clay in the center. To break the covenant, she said, you must return to the house. But this time, the spirit will not feed. Nkem's heart pounded. Return? Yes, Mama Abel said calmly. Only the chosen can end it. Nkem returned to the mansion under cover of darkness. The house seemed alive. Shadows danced along the walls. Drums beat faintly in the distance. Inside the study, Chief was already waiting, wearing a red wrapper, his body painted with chalk marks. The mask on the wall glowed like fire. You came back, he said with a smile that wasn't human. I came to end it, she whispered. The mask's eyes widened. A cold wind filled the room. The ritual began. Chief began chanting. The mask grew brighter. Shadows formed around Nkem like hands reaching out. But she remembered Mama Abel's words. She untied the red charm and threw it into the center of the chalk circle. A burst of light erupted. The shrine mask cracked. Chief screamed, Nuo. Nkem, the spirit whispered. Look at me. But she did not look. She pressed her hands over her ears and chanted what Mama Abel had taught her. The air trembled. The mask shattered into pieces. Chief collapsed to the floor. And then, silence. The next morning, the police arrived. The secrets of the Okoro family spilled like oil. Human bones were found buried behind the house. Names of missing girls were uncovered. Chief was arrested. Madam Nana fled but was later caught. Nkem's story spread across Lagos. She was taken in by Mama Abel, who became like a grandmother to her. But she never forgot the house, or the whispers. I hope you enjoyed this story. If so, please like the video, comment what you learned from the tale, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more enchanting tales just like this. Thank you.